Hello, welcome to today's immigration tidbit. Do you recall all of the items that were going on with the DREAM Act? And now we're basically in a position that there's no way, at least at this point, that anything's going to get passed for all those kids who are now adults who were given authorization at least at some point to get or renew their EADs or work permits. So just because that basically is in limbo does not mean, and that the DREAM Act, that doesn't mean that you can't look for other avenues. There's a lot of things similar, like for example TPS, temporary protected status, the DREAM Act, things that give just a temporary stay and hold to people who have been here for many years and so forth. And what people do is they get on it and then they don't do anything. They just stay on it and they don't look for more permanent solutions. And that's the best time to look for something else, because when they're protected by, for example, the DREAM Act employment, they're not going to be deported. They're not going to be kicked out of the country at this point, and they're going to be able to get the employment authorization document, or the EAD, the work permit. That's the time to start looking for something to make eventually your stay permanent. You don't want to take this nice gift, basically, where nobody's going to come after you and you have legal authorization to stay, and just think it's going to be like that forever. You could look for an employment-based route. For example, a lot of the dreamers, they have college degrees and so forth. They have employers willing to help them. The perm process can get started. That takes a while, and then after the I-140 takes a while, and then of course, depending, it's either consulate processing or adjustment. It depends how the last process would end. But you could also, if you happen to get married, U.S. citizen, lawful permanent resident, there may be ways to proceed forward on that basis as well. There's no problem being here legally on an EAD through the DREAM Act or on TPS, and then moving forward with something more permanent. It's kind of like you're in a storm, and when you're, on the DREAM Act or TPS, you're in a nice, comfortable house. You don't want to just sit and watch TV. You want to start getting your stuff together in order to proceed forward so that eventually you can get lawful permanent residency.